Hi guys, Danielle back, Danielle's Homemade Products. I'm getting started on the first batch of the soaps I'm making for my mom's wedding in June. So I've got my solid oils here. Let her in. Sorry, Lily's outside protesting being outside. Because heaven forbid she have to be outside for more than 2 seconds. Alright. Why is this door open? Yeah, it's hot in here to me. Got Aunt Linda here with me today. So Mom is doing a beach wedding. They're getting married up in Michigan. Hush, Lily. On a beach. So we're doing, they're doing a tropical type theme. So I'm going with blues and teals and aquas, a little bit of white, and a little bit of light tan on the top. And I'm doing these in a cake slice mold, just to kind of be a little different. I don't think they're planning on doing a cake because they're not doing a traditional wedding ceremony. So I figured in lieu of a cake, they can have these as party favors. And so I've got to make the first batch of them so that Mom can look at them and approve them. And I'm impatient, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a whiz up. It up too much. I better put my other oils in. I'm sorry for blocking you guys with the big ass red bucket. Okay. And I'm doing this batch. I'm planning on doing a couple of different scents just to kind of give people at the wedding some options when they're taking one if they want. In this batch I'm scenting in coconut cream. And it says it discolors to a tan, which will work out because then I won't need to put much of my brown in for the sand layer on the top. So, it says it behaves well. So let's hope it's right, because I'm just going to go ahead and add it. It smells like suntanning oil to me. Like you're laying on the beach with suntan oil on. my kaolin clay yet. Normally I mix the fragrance in, but I didn't see the need to dirty an extra dish today. Because if you dirty it, you gotta clean it. I should have had that open already. Wasn't prepared. Because I do have colors I need to add in as well, and multiple colors. So I'm going to split this off. I just want a little bit. I'm going to let set in there for a moment while I get these bottom two colors done. I'm doing something a lot more fancy than I normally do, or at least with a lot more colors than I normally do, but this is for my mommy, so I figured I can go a little wild and crazy for her.
No, talk to myself.
Okay, and that didn't come out quite as dark as I had wanted. So I'm going to add a little bit more. It's kind of speckled too, but honestly, I'm okay with that. Okay, I'll take it. Oh yeah, that is exactly what I wanted with that color right there. Don't fall. Okay, now I am using, getting kaolin clay all over me, so it's making a mess. I am using this mold, trying to make it so y'all can see, but I'm confined to a small area for my mess, because that means I have less area to clean later. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be like the bottom layer, so there's not going to be much of it, but what I do want to do is kind of mix the two colors. Not really mix, but I want like an in the pot swirl for them, so that the two colors are already swirled when I'm pouring them in. And I have a feeling I have more of these than I need. But that's okay, I'll leave that there. So let's get these babies a base layer. And of course the phone rings.
Want to get it?
Yeah, please.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, and since I have a little extra, I'm going to go ahead and just pour a little bit more in each of them. Okay, let me scrape these bowls. Nana can't find her phone. So we've been looking for the last couple of days for it. This is sticking it up a little bit, which actually that's perfectly fine with me. Sorry, I realize I'm off frame. I'm just pouring the rest of the 2 colors into my little spouted guy so that I can use it up. And like I said, this is getting a little thicker, but that's perfectly okay because I want this to set up a bit before I get to the next layer. Come on. You know you want to go in the soap mold. Okay. Whoop. Better clean that up before I'm wearing it because I forgot to put my apron on. Hey, at least I put my gloves on. And I'm trying to scrapey as much out as I can because I want to use this for the next layer too. That'll be fine. Alright. Give this a little bit of squirt of alcohol so that it can hopefully start setting that layer up a little bit more. That was more than a little, but that's alright. I'm going to set this back over to the side. And now, okay, good. My main batch is getting a little thick too, but it's not unbearably thick, so I'm okay with that. And it's still fluid enough that I can work with it. And it does say on the bottle that this one discolors to a tan, which will suit my purposes just fine because I do want the top layer to be tan. And actually, I'll use this one too. Because I don't need much of the top layer, just enough to cover the soaps. Okay, so this layer is going to have Neon Blue Raspberry from Brambleberry. And I'm going to do a green, which is Kelly Green Mica, and then a little bit of white. And I wouldn't have normally probably had to add colorant to it because my soap base is pretty white, but since it does discolor, I'm going to try to minimize that in this portion of it. Okay. got a little bit of blue in it, but that's okay. At this point, I'm just trying to hurry up a bit more before it gets too thick. Oh, and that green always turns yucky at first, but that's all right. Always turns an ugly army green first, and then after it sits, it turns back to a pretty green. But the first time I used it, boy, did I freak the hell out. That was so not the color I was wanting. And all I could do at that point was pray. Whoops, I dropped a little bit of it. That's all right, though. Okay. I still have more in my buckets, but that's all right. Scraping my bowls. Come here, spatula. God, that's ugly. Reminds me of some really bad pea soup. I really like this span because that means I can't cut them crooked. They're already cut for me. guys a spray from your paper towel. I just got to put the light tan on top. Need some gloves?
She don't have any in that room.
I think I have an extra box in here. I'll find them once I'm done with my soap.
Thank you.
Alright. I hope that's not too thick. We'll see. It's hitting thick though. It's a little darker than I want. And the only reason I'm even putting any tan in, or dark brown in to begin with is because I just want the discoloration to be nice and even. That way if it, you know, it doesn't look spotty or splotchy or anything like that. So okay, well that's just gonna have to do. I'm okay if this isn't like perfectly level because it's sand, or supposed to represent sand. But I do think I'm going to have more soap than I needed. But I certainly had enough to fill the mold, and I wasn't sure if I had estimated correctly.
Now what the hell? What are you trying to do? I don't know. left leg in there.
Yeah.
There's no more.
Just tell me, stop playing with the damn soap.
Hey,
Part of it's because I have the shakes right now.
we're not sweet. Move your butt over. What are you doing? No, do a good thing. Put it in there. Now, move up your butt and grab onto these poles. Both hands.
I'm not going to try and add any more soap to that.
Pull yourself up.
But what I do have are these cute little umbrellas
Move your legs out.
that I'm going to stick in the top side so that it looks like a beach. Not a bitch, a beach. Beach. 'Cause again, Mom's getting married on the beach, so we gotta make it look like a beach.
This is not funny.
It's a little funny. And then I've got some seashells here that I took apart a necklace to get, so I'm gonna sprinkle some on each one. Okay, stop sticking to my gloves.
And pull yourself together.
And I have like 12 necklaces, and this is only one.
Going.
So, I'm gonna sprinkle lots on the top.
Baby, kiss my hands.
Alright, so that is it for now. I'll bring you back when I am ready to take them out of the mold. See you then.